Ready to see some immortals? In this position, white last move was driven check on c4 and played king h8. Now, of course, pawn f7 is the most natural move, and after rook takes f7, rook e8, the rook can come back. And after bishop takes f7, the game goes on, even though white should be winning. But here, white found something incredible, brilliant, and here they played Witty take d6, sacrifice the queen. What the fuck is this move? The whole idea is that now the rookie won't be able to go back because f8 will be undefended, and that will lead to dad issues, aka background issues. C takes d6, pawn f7, and that is free key, d key, 4 key, which is all she wrote, because after rook takes f7, rook e8, the bishop is no longer controlling the f8 square, and after rook f8, rook takes f8, checkmate. Since queen takes g2 was played in the game, but after king takes g2, take here, you still cannot take the pawn because of checkmate, and after just pawn takes c6, and white is completely winning as they are material up. In this position, as you can see that the queen is like doing nothing and the pawn is protecting d7 square, and the king can kind of be smarter on it, but pawn e6 just does nothing. So there's a fantastically memorizing move here, and here white had the audacity to remove the defender of the d7 square and go queen take d7, sacrifice the queen. And after pawn takes d7, pawn e6, are you not entertained? Is this not what you came for? Brilliant! Beautiful. The king is caught walked by his own pieces, and he cannot retreat because there's a rookie. In this position, my brother is black last move with bishop b4, attacking the rookie, and then with the idea of recapturing the pawn, expecting white to move the rookie. But here, white played fantastically beautiful, romantic, aesthetic move, and that is d takes c6. Stop it, baby, sacrifice the rookie on h1. Of course, black takes the rookie because expecting after c takes b7, just bishop takes b7, and that is all she wrote. GG, best move to resign for white. But that is not the idea, and after c7, then it's just pawn c6, and it takes the c8 square by the rookie. So the whole idea of white cannot be seen. But my brothers and sisters, behold, here white played the fantastic and amazing follow-up after d takes c6, and that's rook takes a7, sacrifice the rookie, my friends. And the whole idea is after rook takes a7, c7, pawn c6, the rook is no longer on a8 to protect the c8 square. That would lead to queen c8, queen d7 checkmate. So after rook takes a7, the best move for black was to resign, and they find it and they resigned, but there's just no other move. For example, rook takes c7, e6, and just queen, pawn queen, and then the rook will be taken. There's just no way to stop the queen promotion. It's incredible. Black is +7 material, but the best move to resign. It's just not beautiful. It's just not aesthetic. In this position, my brother instead, black last move was rook f8, allowing, trying to exchange some pieces, and hoping that after rook takes g7, rook takes f6 would drop the pawn. But here, white saw one move more than black, and here, white had an amazing, fantastic move. Rook takes g7, stop it, baby, sacrifice the pawn, because after rook takes f6, my brother and sisters, you don't go rook h7 check, because that doesn't do absolutely anything. Black would be just completely winning. The whole idea after rook takes f6 is to go king e5 and break a resign in this position because the rookie is trapped. After rook f8 to protect the rookie, black gets blind swine mate. This checkmate is called blind swine mate. Now the king cannot go on f8, and the same thing happens like that. If the other rookie comes to the rescue, then again blind swine mate. Incredible moves, tenderizing the king on e5, and the rook is trapped. The rook is absolutely trapped. There is no way for white to win. For example, rook a8 and just take the rookie. After take, you're up in exchange with the winning position. In this position, my brothers and sisters, white last move was pawn g4, and white's up on 0. But here you can see that this amazing bishop fianchetting, and black played fantastic, beautiful, attractive move, which is queen takes h2. Stop this guy from brillianting. The whole idea is to open the bishop, and after g takes h3, then pawn f2, my brother. Instead, this is double check. The most deadly thing in chess is double check. Don't play pawn g3 because after king g1 you should resign. If you have nothing, you go pawn f2, and after king g1 you go pawn h3. After pattern recognition is everything in chess, and clearly black knew their pattern recognition. What a beautiful aesthetic checkmate. In this position, my brother and sisters, white has sacrificed a piece, and black is currently a piece up, but black king is super duper weak. So white played fantastic, brilliant move to deflect the black's king, and that is bishop e6, stop it, baby, sacrifice the bishop and checking the king, my brother and sisters. The king has to take the bishop, there is no other move. And after king takes e6, now the e6 square, the e8 square is vacant for the white queen. Queen e8, checks the king, my brother and sisters, and whatever black covers, d5 ends the game. A beautiful aesthetic pawn checkmate, my friends. this would lead checkmate here, and this would lead checkmate here. Incredible deflection and delivering a beautiful pawn checkmate. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you came for? In this position, my brothers and sisters, white last move was queen f4 because the queen was attacked, and black has to be completely winning, but still white has some kind of attack. But there's a beautiful tactic here, and here black had the audacity of go point x3, sacrifice the pawn. At first glance it makes no sense because of king takes e3, there is no threats, but there goes e5, my brothers and sisters. The whole idea to clear the queen to the c4 square, and after queen takes e5, queen c4 is Oshiro, GG. And after rook c1, then the queen will be hanging. That's incredible. So you sack the pony, and then you clear the c4 square for the queen while attacking your opponent's queen. Beautiful and aesthetic. Now in this position, my brothers and sisters, white last move was h3, attacking the pawn on g4, and now it's time to retreat now. No, we never retreat. We played the most romantic and setting move h4, sacrifice the whole pony to take on g3 and open the critical h file because white lacked development on the queen side, and white took the point, but then 8 takes g3, and now the rook exchange has been offered, but then g2 will be super duper strong after rook exchange. So white tries to keep the rooks on the board to keep the first rank protected, but then goes amazing, romantic, aesthetic move, and that is rook h1. Stop it, baby. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you came for? Sacrifice for rookie. G2 would have won the game too, but now you have to calculate some rook g2, pawn c3, and stuff like that. So you go rook h1 first here, and then you go g2, playing g2 while attacking the rook on h1, not allowing any development, and the rook has to go on f1 or g1, but after queen h4, and that's how she wrote. Queen h1, oof, stop it, baby. There is no way to protect the rookie, and after a new queen will pop up, and that would be checkmate. So rook f1, so there is no tempi, queen h4, and then we just queen again. After here, that's how she wrote. Checkmate will follow. Beautiful aesthetic move, my brothers. H4 here, sack here, and rook h1. Amazing, aesthetically amazing. This position, my brothers and sisters, black played queen e5, trying to affect white's queen for dad issues, aka backline issues, but how is super duper smart, and he don't take the queen, and he plays fantastic. So he counters a queen sacrifice by queen sacrifice and play h4. Stop it, baby. Sacrifice the queen, and just don't understand. Because after queen takes e2, pawn takes e7 is beautiful, aesthetic checkmate. Teamwork makes the dream work. So after h4, my friends, the queen cannot be taken. Tower points play queen g3, trying to put some pressure on the king side and protect the bishop. But then goes fantastic move, rook d1, centralizing the rookie. Now rook takes d5, followed by pawn takes e7 will be super duper strong. Rook f2 attacking in the white's queen, but now goes amazing, fantastic, brilliant, aesthetic. Queen takes f2. Stop this guy from sacrificing his queen. The whole idea is that there is no queen takes g2 mate now, and after a bishop takes f2, rook takes d5, and amazingly there is no defense of rook d8 morphe mate. And black has no checks. The only check they have is queen takes h4, but that will just drop the queen. The best move is to resign, literally. Rook d8, there is no defense. Something like that. After queen d8, we just take the queen here, and then we deliver checkmate. So yeah, there is just no defense. The best move was to resign for black. The game continues a few more moves, but black has to play queen takes h4 here. There is no other move. The last move by white was g3, attacking our queen, but behold, opening the a8 a8 h1 diagonal, and here a beautiful combination happens here. Fantastically goes. Black goes rook takes c3, sacrifice the queen, the rookie, and everything, my brothers and sisters. Are you not entertained? Is this not aesthetic? First thing is that if they take, then we'll take here, and I would deliver the checkmate. So of course white has to take the queen, but then goes fantastic, incredible move, and the follow-up of the previous move, rook d2, sacrifice the rookie to remove the defender of the e4 bishop, my brothers and sisters. And now if they go rook a8 to protect, then we go bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, and rook takes h2 is Oshiro, immortal. Yeah, so white took black's rook, and then bishop takes c4 check, so there is no dad issues. Queen g2 don't remove.
Now what?
If I take, white will be material up. So what should black do here? The whole idea of black's play is rook h3. Stop it, baby. Are you not in that they sacrifice the bishop on e4, because after queen takes e4, rook takes h2, teamwork makes the dream work is checkmate, and after queen takes h3 we take the king, so there is no way to defend against threat of rook takes h2. The best move was to resign. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you came for? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to wash your hands, spread peace, love, and happiness, and most importantly, pray for peace in the news and whole world. Bye bye. See you in part 3.